It was supposed to be just another normal day on the farm, and as you can see here, the baboon gang is just chilling next to the dirt road, munching on the peanuts that I have thrown in front of the camera. Now, I thought I had some kind of agreement with the baboons, like I provide the peanuts, they pose in front of the camera and give me views for my channel. But today something happened that would change this relationship into like a game of testing willpower. Mine against theirs. A juvenile baboon and his accomplices intentionally broke one of my trail cameras. Clearly, they recognized the trail camera as something that does not belong there and started messing with it. And this is where I got the idea of testing them. So I'm going to play mind games with this gang of baboons to see how smart they are. But I'm getting ahead of the story. So this little guy here is the culprit. He noticed the camera and then walked up to the tree where the camera was mounted. At this stage, he disappears from the camera's field of view, but we will soon see him show up again in the form of a menacing little vandal. The little perpetrator baboon shakes the camera, tilts it up and down, and messes around with it for the longest time. As he jolts the camera, you can see his shadow as well as his two accomplices on the ground, probably cheering him on and keeping watch. Unfortunately, the trail camera didn't survive the ordeal. I took it to the reseller where I bought it from, but they told me that this little camera was toast. These little baboons are proper villains. Let me show you guys another video clip about the behavior of these juvenile baboons. Like, this footage was taken at the cabin, and you can clearly see that these juveniles challenge authority all the time. The adult baboons must have such a difficult time keeping the peace in the gang. And so here is my plan. I'm going to play some games with these baboons. I'm going to introduce all kinds of objects and obstacles to them and see how they handle that. All within limits, of course, because we don't want to be cruel to the animals. I just want to get a better understanding of what makes them tick and a better understanding of, how the cookie crumbles in baboon gangland. Oh, this guy stood on a thorn. Owie! But anyway, here's the plan. So I went and bought a couple of toys and other sort of objects from shops. So I have here like a little toy or rubber snake that we just got from the toy shop that we'll put down and see how the baboons deal with that. We have other things like little toy insects, nothing that will harm them in a sense that it'll fight back or anything like that. We're also thinking of placing down a mirror or something that's a little bit more bright and not natural, just to see what they do with it. And I think we'll find some really interesting things if they've identified like the sort of the Bushnell camera, or rather our field equipment, which is generally kind of camouflaged as things to play with and destroy. What next is, or rather, what are they going to do with these things? I actually had no idea how smart these baboons really are. I guess like we hear all the time that baboons are really smart, but they acted differently to everything that I was expecting. So please subscribe and follow us to find out more about how the series of baboon mind games will unfold in the Bushveld. Thanks!